All right, we're going to talk about technique right now, guys. So first off, I forgot to mention a bucket when we were talking about tools and necessities needed. Everybody needs a bucket. I like to use Home Depot buckets. I find them to be the best. You can get those fancy window cleaning buckets that fit your window cleaning sleeve. I forgot mine right here. Fit your window cleaning sleeve perfectly like this. However, buckets like this, you can get painter's tops. You can put the tops on them, and then you can carry them around with water, and the water won't spill. Your best option for that is going to be the painter's tops. It's a top that goes on, and then it's able to screw on and screw off. So every job you have, you can use your water for sometimes multiple jobs if the water isn't too dirty. Let's start off with technique. When we come up to a window, we're always going to clean the screen first, especially on the slider door of all things. A window, normal window where you pop out the bug screen, you can clean the screen after. But when we have a slider door, we always start with the screen. I like to use a brush like this. I brush it down, top to bottom. You get the picture. Obviously, you're going to go over it a few more times than that. Then I like to hit it with a little bit of soap. Let me get this back in my toolbox, my tool bags. And this is also why I say tool bags are essential. I can carry around all of my tools and do everything I need to do, carry it with me throughout my whole job. I don't have to worry about picking things up, putting things on ladders, taking things off ladders. If everything's on me when I need it, that means we can get the job done faster, right? So we dip our sponge, healthy amount of solution. This is it with the, and this is it with most screens. There's nothing special to screens. You can get those nice, cool screen cleaning machines, and they work. But as long as you have a nice microfiber towel, flip it around, do both sides. Eventually they're going to get dirty. You'll have to go back to your truck, get another microfiber towel. But instead of taking off the screen, hosing it down, using a screen cleaning machine, hooking it all up, you can just get the screen, hit it with one of these nice microfiber towels, and it'll clean it up right away. That's why it's essential to get nice microfiber towels. If you go with the cheap microfiber towels, they're not going to work as well. The higher car detail style ones that are sold at janitorial supply stores, window cleaning supply stores, are going to be the best ones that you can buy. They last forever. The dirt clings to them. It doesn't come off. That is the point. Everything clings to it. You'll notice when you drop one of these microfiber towels on some leaves, which you shouldn't do. Try your best not to drop these. You'll notice all the leaves will get stuck and cling to it, and they're extremely hard to pull off. That's because dirt actually sticks to higher end microfiber towels. These are essential to doing a good job. We also talked about fish scale towels. I don't go anywhere without these. I used to do only super absorbent surgical towels, which again I've said are really nice. But once I switched to these zero fish scale towels, I never turned away, and I've always used them ever since. So after we've cleaned a screen, especially a slider, clean the screen first. Now we're going to move on to the window. Scrubbing a window really has no technique. You're just scrubbing a window. We're getting the soap on the window. However, I do not rely on this to get off the dirt and debris from my window. I rely on that super fine steel wool that we spoke about. This is 4-0 steel wool. I use this on every window, every single window, top to bottom, all the corners that you need. You go swivel motions down to the bottom, up to the top. The steel wool also gets rid of hard water stains. As long as the hard water stains aren't extremely bad and have etched into the window where you need acids and chemicals to remove it, the steel wool is going to remove all of the debris, all of the grime, all of the gunk, all the water staining from the window with nothing more than just this steel wool. You'll get most things off with this steel wool. You almost will never have to use chemical for the most part, except for in extreme cases. So after I hit it with the steel wool, I then give it another soap down. Some guys don't like it this soapy, by the way. I prefer mine to be soapy. I like looking at it when it comes off the window. Some guys prefer it to be a whole lot less soapy. They feel like it's a mess, but this is how I prefer it. You do not have to use the same consistency as me. Dawn soap, obviously, once you put it in a bucket and you mix it around, it tends to get a lot of suds. I like the suds because, again, I can see what the work I'm doing and where I've cleaned. So let's soap it down one more time since we were talking. So we don't want it to dry. If it dries, it sticks. We don't want that. All right, got a little ahead of myself. Muscle memory. So when you start on a window, you don't have to start in this corner. I did, but you do not have to. But when you do, you're going to fan it. So you're going to come over here to this right corner if you're right-handed, pull down, go sweep back up, hit that top, pull that corner again. Then we're going to get the field done. Now what I like to do is come all the way down to the bottom, sweep a little bit to the bottom, go back up, get this side. So now both your sides are done. Now you just get the field out of the way. Once this is out of the way, you have less to mess with on the edges and on your detailing. Boom. I always get a little wipe to the track, get some of that excess water up. Typically it cleans it up enough. You don't have to do anything else. It just gets all the dirt debris off with this microfiber towel. Sometimes you don't even have to sweep out the track. This track isn't bad in this case, so you didn't have to do that. Then we grab our towel. You're gonna wrap it around your finger and let that a lot of times go around your wrist. That way this part that gets wet isn't dragging across the window while you detail your edges. Doesn't really matter where you start. You can do one continuous sweep. Just don't stop all the way to the top. Once you get to the top and you stop, you switch. Now you get the top, pull down, and boom. You now have a perfectly beautiful, clean window that'll make you money for years to come. So we always want to make sure we're doing quality work. Screen looks good. Window looks good. Quality work is essential to what we're doing.